Okay, should we start off with banknotes or coins? So, coins. So this is the 1 cent, which has our maple leaves. This one was made in 1998. Just a simple coin. It's not made anymore because pennies are worthless and dead to the economy. That's a really worn out Queen Victoria. And now, the 5 cent, which has Canada's national animal, the beaver. On the back, it has Queen Elizabeth. It's on almost every bank, almost on every coin. So this is the 25 cents, which is called the quarter in our country. So this is a caribou from Nunavut, which is, and also on the back, we have Queen Elizabeth II, of course. And then we have the two rare, oh wait, I forgot the dime. Nobody really finds these dimes anymore, but this is the schooner dime, which has our national boat, the schooner. The back also has Queen Elizabeth. Now to the rare ones, which a mighty America does not have. Oh, wrong coin. Now we're going to start off with our $1 coin. This has a loon, right now very faded. A loon is our kind of like national-ish bird. It's not the actual national one, but it's, of course we have Queen Elizabeth on every coin, except for some. And then we have the $2 coin, which has a polar bear, and I think that one's from the Olympics. And then Queen Elizabeth. Our first set of banknotes, the 5 bill. This is the Sir Wilfrid Laurier, our 5th Prime Minister from 1896 to 1911. This is the House of Representatives building, which every banknote except for the 10 has this kind of maple leaf pattern, unless if they're paper from the earlier paper line. Most of these polymer set banknotes have Braille, but this one was post 2013, so it did not have Braille. This is the maple leaf that's kind of inside there, and also you could see kind of a hidden 5 watermark. On the back, we have the astronaut Chris Hadfield. He is super important because he was one of the first Canadians to ever go on the moon, and also using the newly utilized space arm. Also, the transparent, all bills except for the 10 has this, except not the exact same kind of like design. Has this transparent thing. Most polymer banknotes, for example, Mexico pesos, which I do not have. Now, that is it for on to the 10. Of course, we have 2 10s in Canada. We have the John A. Macdonald one, which currently I do not have, and this is the Viola Desmond one, which is kind of a more important story, even though John A. Macdonald is our first Prime Minister of Canada. Viola Desmond was in the 1960s in New Glasgow Theatre. Basically, she's kind of the Rosa Parks of Canada, that because in the movie theater, she did not know about the segregation rules, so basically she kind of represents anti-racism and black rights. And also, to the left of her, there's the map of the districts of New Glasgow. See that one right around here? That is where the movie is. Also, there's some maple leaves, and remember that transparent thing? This is inside what the roof of the National Human Rights Museum looks like. Also, the Canadian Coat of Arms. Also on the back, this is the Museum of Rights and Freedoms. And also, it has a little piece from the Constitution about rights and freedoms, which is very cool. Also with this feather, which I really like. Now, on to the 20. Probably just by seeing this, you know who this person is. She is Queen Elizabeth, if you do not know. So, Queen Elizabeth, of course, is a super important, super famous monarch. She died recently, so Canadians are like, is this banknotes gonna become King Charles? Or maybe Kate Middleton or Princess Diana, even though Diana sadly died. Same with Queen Elizabeth. Also, you have that famous maple leaf, And over here you have the House of Commons, which is another section of the Parliament building. Warning you, not all the other ones are Parliament buildings. And also on the back, we have the Vimy Monument of Canada, which commemorates the World War II prompt against Hitler and all the Canadians who died there. And over here we have some poppies and our serial number and some 20 microprint and some quotes. Specialty bonus. This is one of my only paper banknotes from post 2012. I had to go get this one from my grandfather in exchange for an actual 20. This is still legally tender. They haven't unlegally tenderized it yet. It's probably not the word for it. It says Bank of Canada in both of our languages, English or Francais, like bonjour. So this is the Canadian coat of arms, and a lot of maple leaves. It's also a watermark of Queen Elizabeth again, and that is the Bank of Canada. Also, there's some, and on the back we have some indigenous, an indigenous boat with a canoe, with some about commemorating the indigenous groups in all over Canada. Specifically, this one is the I think it's the Mi'kmaq, if I am not wrong. It probably is. This is, so it has a fish, a canoe, and some statues. I don't have the 50, so I'll just skip to the 100. So this is the 100 bill. Sir Robert Borden. He is our World War I Prime Minister, and also the same maple leaf. But this is the Queen's Park over here roof, and this is the maple leaf, and some micro printing patterns. Now on the back, this is dedicated to insulin, and basically this insulin was one of the things that I think Canada invented. I'm not sure, but I think they did. Because why would it show insulin if Canada didn't invent it? So we also have some DNA and a heart, I think it's called a BPM or beats per minute, yeah. And also this guy the scientist is using a microscope. So that is it for currency. So basically this is all the currency in Canada. Of course, there is the 1,000 bill, which is very rare, so it's really hard to get my hands on, which I do not have. Okay, so that is all for my Canadian banknotes. Okay, have a nice day. Bye.